Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. And I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and we are at the AtCave Annual Technical Conference and Vendor Expo. And we've got a whole lot of people that we're talking with today. And with us is a member of the Philanthropic Committee. All right, Miss Ada Liz. Howie, Ada?
Good, good.
Good. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate that. So how's the conference going for you?
Very good. We do I have a booth today, and we do 50-50 and advertising that we have a trivia April 13.
Okay.
It's a Thursday, 7:30 p.m. It's a virtual, and we have questions and we have fun.
Nice.
It's very, very good. We try to do once a year since after COVID-19.
And this is going to be April 13th, and that's going to be, where's that going to be?
Virtual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do a Zoom, and there's a software that we put. Everybody's going to see each other, and like we do. Some people bring their own drinks, like a happy hour.
There you go. When you're virtual, hey, you know, when in Rome, it was the Romans.
And we're learning about water and wastewater.
Nice. Well, that's what we do here in the podcast. So fantastic. So how did you get into the water industry?
Well, I'm original from Peru, and I decided to study water because I'm from a development country, and we see so many people we lack water, and so I actually wrote my story in the Info.
Infoli.
Yes,
Okay.
and it's there, and actually it's gonna be in Yukon magazine too.
Okay.
But I'm explaining my story, where I was involved, how I was involved, and so because I saw poor people paying less money.
Yeah.
And I say, and you can see they pay trucks to deliver the water. They don't have no even distribution.
Right.
And they hire trucks, and the water is nothing.
Not potable at all. Yeah.
No, and they put it in containers for weeks there, in flights, and it's so much problems.
Very sanitary.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This now.
Now, do you work for a utility?
Yes, I do.
What utility do you work for?
Connecticut Water
You
Company.
work for Connecticut Water.
Yes.
Okay. And so what is your native language?
I speak Spanish. That is my native language, but I also speak French and English.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah.
Did I talk to you about doing a bilingual podcast?
Maybe. Yeah, we could do it one.
Yeah, I would
Yes.
like, we would have to do a bilingual podcast. I
Yes.
would love to do that because, in fact, I have I own a music store, and one of my students' fathers, is actually an interpreter, for the Connecticut court system. And I was telling him about you. And he says, well, if you want me to come and I can translate, and you can talk in your native language and he can translate for me.
Oh yeah, I can definitely do that. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. That'd be a future episode. I'll have to give you a call when you give me your card. So fantastic.
Yes.
So what do you do for Connecticut Water?
I work in the service delivery. I deal with data, like with water quality, process control, or production. I use a software called WINS. Drink is water information management solution.
Okay.
So I deal with the whole data in the company, doing reports or setting it up, log sheets for the operators so they can, when they're in the pump station, so they pull how much water we take in every day. So all those sheets, so I'm in charge of that.
Okay. Now, are you in Clinton or are you in the
I'm Middletown.
You're in Middletown.
Yes.
Okay. Over on Mile Lane? No, Middle Street.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Yes, I know where that is. I'm in Portland, right across the river. So anyway, how long have you been working for Connecticut Water?
A little more than 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you get into that industry?
I used to work in Beulah Water.
Bureau of Water?
Yes, in New London Waterfall.
Okay.
So I really want to be in the industrial in water.
Okay.
And I did a little bit wastewater over there.
Okay.
And I want to explore more, and this is why I like drinking water.
There you go. All right. Yes. Fantastic. So now when you graduated high school, how did you think of being in the water industry back then, or how did you arrive in the water industry?
Definitely, yes, definitely, because I'm from a very little town in the Amazon in Peru, and we have over there is so nice, so relaxed. We have plenty water, but they're no treated. We
Okay.
have to buy bottled waters or containers waters,
Oh, okay.
and we just use the water for shower or sanitary, but we cannot drink it.
Okay.
So when my parents moved to the city, in a big city, because in our town in that 1980s to 1990, it was too much terrorists
Okay. Yeah.
in that time. Even the too many problems with uh, cocaine with Colombia and Peru. So it
Oh,
was
yeah.
too much drama. So my family have to move in a safety place.
Okay.
So we decided to move in the city and not only my family, everybody moved there.
Oh, okay.
So and we cannot overpopulate the city, and we didn't have like places that didn't even have water or sewage,
Okay.
and people just move and oh, we're gonna make a house here, and they just make the house
Okay.
without
Now,
the main.
when did you come to the States?
I came when I was 21 years old.
At 21 years old. Okay.
Yes.
Now, what was your education background at that
I went to school in Peru for environmental engineering.
Oh, environmental. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, and then I came here. I followed my studies at UConn for environmental engineering. Yes,
Okay. Were you studying at the Stores campus?
correct.
Nice,
Yes.
nice. Well, they have
Yeah.
a great engineering program there and so forth. So, anyway, so you're in Middletown, and basically, because I just had Dan Lesneski on, who was an old time employee from Connecticut Water and
Yes.
so forth, and so forth. So he does still some part time stuff, but he was up in the northern region when he retired, as far as that goes. So that's great. So tell us about your committee, okay?
Oh
You're
yes, I'm the chair for philanthropic community
Okay.
here in CTA. We do events to like fundraisers to collect money to help two organizations,
Yep.
Water for People
Yep.
and Water Equation. Water for People helps countries they don't have water,
Yep.
like development countries like South America,
Sure. Yeah,
Africa,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Water Equation helps for a scholarship,
Yep.
even for young professionals, or even in the school, the engineering.
Sure.
So we help both organizations, and we do different activities. Virtual, the golf terminal every year,
Yeah.
the second Tuesday in September.
Nice.
So we trying to do activities like that.
That's great. You know, I earlier in fact, my first podcast today was with actually an old Aquarion, an employee, Len Dion, and he actually started the Water for People committee
Oh, nice.
years ago, and he was instrumental in getting that going. And in fact, I think he was the project that he did Maui, and he did a lot of third world countries where they raised money and went over there to put wells in and that type of stuff. So that's great. And there's certainly a need. You know, we take clean water for granted here in the
Oh,
States.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, people across the world aren't as
We're
lucky
not.
as we are.
Yeah.
As far as that goes. So thank you. So how do you like being a member of the section?
I like a lot because I'm meeting
Yeah.
new people, their experience, and they know a lot that maybe you don't even know. Like start conversations and have like even just a contact from another company,
Yeah. Yeah.
and definitely I like it. Yeah, I definitely recommend people to be members. If even if you're busy, you can just be flexible with your time
Okay.
and just help.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it takes a village, so it's in, and as you know, that the Connecticut section, it's all a volunteer organization. So we appreciate all of the utilities allowing their employees to participate, in events like this and committees like you. I was chair of the conservation committee and sustainability for many years. I've been a member of the section for many years. So it
Thank
really
you.
takes a village. So thank you for all you do, as far
Yes.
as that goes. And we are going to do a bilingual podcast. Okay.
Yes.
I will get your card, and we can go from there. So, what advice would you give? My whole premise of launching this podcast is to let high school seniors and maybe college freshmen, expose them to careers within the water industry. So, what advice would you give a student, a college senior, or a college freshman or a high school senior about getting into the water industry?
That is, you can get where you want to be. It's up to you. You put your effort, and even if you think it's too late or no, you will get there.
Yeah.
And if it's up to you, just follow your dreams, because even I went to school 4 years in my country. I come back here. I did it 3 years just to get a bachelor's degree. It took me 7 years.
Took you 7 years.
Yes, and it doesn't matter the time flies, and I think if you can do it, you will do it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Well, thank you so much. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, okay. That concludes this episode of The Future of the Water and Wastewater Industry. And we have Ms. Ada Liz of the Philanthropic Committee of the section, Connecticut section, AWWA here. And we are going to be doing another podcast with Ada, okay? It's going to be a bilingual podcast, so look forward to doing that. So thank you so much, and we will see you soon. Thank you.